Hey, it's Adewale here, and welcome back to our tutorials on how to make the best out of PCW, especially with the newest update. And in this video, I'm helping you walk through your setup for the LM Studio. Now we are on LM Studio 0.3.14. Um, there are steps towards completely eliminating the use of LM Studio totally in PCW, but there are a lot of kinks to work out. So for this video, just walking you through this so you can get started to use using it with our newest PCW update. Okay, so first thing you want to do is once you've installed LM Studio, you want to look at the bottom here. You can see it has user, power, user, and developer. You want to click the developer button, select that. That's important because there are some settings that you need to set that will not show up without you doing this, right? So then we go to this icon that says the developer. Once you put your mouse on it, not the chat, the developer, right? And you need to see a status running here, and that button needs to be selected and on. It's important that that's selected and on. And then you need to click on the settings and make sure that everything in here is set to off, and leave the number as 1234. Do not change that number. That is important. Otherwise, PCW won't be able to work, right? So everything else here must be switched off, right? Good. So next. So one of the things you will notice is with this new update is most of the settings will not show up until you load up a model. So I'm going to load up one of the newer models, Gemma. And so as you see, as soon as you load up the model, in fact, when you are choosing the model to, whoops, sorry, let's cancel that. Once you have the model there, all of a sudden you have all these available, right? We don't need to choose a preset this time for PCW, but just making sure that everything on here looks similar to what I have on here. Most of these settings, I change them in the code anyway, but just leave them as is. You don't have to change anything here. And then the load settings, I would just suggest that if you have got an NVIDIA GPU, you put the slider to maximum here. And depending on your CPU, the power of your CPU, you can increase your threads or leave it as it is. Mine has 12 threads. I usually just leave it at around 9. And everything else needs to be left as is. The keep in model must be selected. Try mmap mmap must be selected, and everything else switched off. So nothing else here to change, and that's really all you've got to change for the models. Now, in terms of the models, I'm going to be doing a specific video specially for the models, because there's just a few more things to talk about with that. Okay, see you in the next video.